Hi there. My name is Laura Lundquist, and I'm a physiotherapist and owner here at Zoomers Physiotherapy and Health Solutions. Today, I want to talk to you about the concept of walking well. Walking is one of those activities that most of us probably haven't thought much about since we started getting our feet underneath us back in our toddler years, somewhere around 12 to 18 months old. At that time, you were concentrating very hard on how to keep your feet underneath your body and how to keep your body upright. But since then, you may not have actually given it much thought in terms of the way you're walking. And just like anything that we do on a fairly regular basis, sometimes we can get some small bad habits creeping in that we don't even realize we're doing until we take the time to actually analyze how we're moving. So when I talk about walking well, it's important because the quality of our walking is going to determine how much fitness benefit we get out of our walking program. It will partly determine how comfortable we are during our walking activities, and it will also determine how safe we are while we're out there, because there are some habits that can make us a little more likely to be safe when we're out walking, and there are some other habits that can tend to leave us a little bit more at risk for a stumble or a fall. So let's start by thinking about the position that we want our body to be in when we're walking. At some point in your life, likely somebody said to you, stand up straight. And that is where we want to be when we're walking for sure. So I'm going to show you from the side. We want to make sure that we're leading from our breastbone or sternum. So you want to have your chest lifted high with your shoulders down and back and your arms, to start with, just resting at your sides like this. So we're in this nice upright position with our chin just about one fist height from your sternum, or from where your collarbones come together in the front of your body here. So just about one fist between that chin and sternum. So we don't want to feel like we're down here, but we also don't want to feel like we're gazing way up. This position is important to be aware of because otherwise, if we're not thinking about leading with the breastbone, because a lot of our life is in front of us, we will tend to be in a slightly forward bent position. And you can see from the side, if I let myself collapse forward here, then I'm looking down at the ground. And that brings me to the second thing that we want to think about when we're walking, and that is where our gaze is. So with our gaze, we want to ensure that we're watching the footing so that we can anticipate what's coming. If there's a pothole or a tree branch or a stone that you need to be avoiding, obviously we need to be watching our footing to ensure that we're preparing for that. But we don't want to be looking straight down at our feet. We want to be looking about 6 to 10 feet forward so that you can anticipate those things and make the appropriate body movement that you need to keep yourself safe, but not by having your gaze right down at your feet. Because if you're looking right down at your feet, and that's when you notice that there's a pothole, you're going to be stepping in it before you have time to make the appropriate change in position or step. So first things, we want body nice and upright, shoulders down and back, chin is just gently tucked, and that allows us to use our eyes to gaze forward to see those obstacles coming. So that should be our start position. From there, though, we need to think about how the legs are moving and how the arms are moving. So let's start with the feet. When we're taking a step on regular terrain, so things can change sometimes when we're talking about going up and down hills, or if we're on fairly uneven terrain or a heavier hike, but if we're just walking on flat terrain, we really want to think about leading our step with our heel, so that the heel is the first thing that contacts the ground, and then as our weight comes into that leg and we step the next leg forward, we're going to push off the toe just like this. That allows us to use all of our muscles as we're walking. So I'm just going to show you here. So it's heel, push off the toe, heel, push off the toe, just like that. Now, of course, I'm going sort of slowly here just to demonstrate that for you. But that heel-toe pattern is something that we really want to see. A lot of times, especially if people are feeling a little bit unsure of their walking, then sometimes we see people step with a bit more flat-footedness like this, and that really makes it difficult for you to access the strength and power in your muscles and to really increase your muscle strength and flexibility and really get the most fitness out of your walk, as well as safety. Unless you're walking on really uneven, or slippery terrain, where we might choose to walk like that to avoid a slip. Otherwise, we really want to be doing that heel to toe stepping pattern in order to get the most out of every step that we've got. The one last piece of the pattern that I want to talk about today, so we've got our chest high, chin is tucked, eyes looking forward. I'm going to step with my heel forward, and then my opposite arm is going to swing forward at the same time as the heel strikes, and then I'm going to go with the other side. So we call that a reciprocal and opposite swing. So just like this, we step and swing, like that. And as you get going and get more comfortable with your walk, adding a little bit more oomph to your swing is a great way to increase a little bit of the fitness demand and cardiovascular work that you'll get throughout your walk. So I hope you can take those tips, take yourself out for a walk, think about your body position, your head position and gaze, think about whether or not you're getting a good heel to toe strike, and make sure you've got those arms swinging to get the most out of every step. Enjoy your walk.